10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Down the right sideline. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Up the middle with Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for running back throughout the season.
Shows the off-season training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
It's 4th down.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Young. He'll find McMillan here. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion. It's Young off play action. To the left side, he's got Sanders. First target, first catch at a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Panthers first down.
They go play action. Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. Oh, nice move. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for a Panthers.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Hurts. That's taken in. Dontavian Wicks. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And an Eagles.
Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for an Eagles first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack on 1st down, Hurts. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Barkley inside handoff. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
It's now 3rd and
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle to Smith. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1.
Devontae Smith. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for an Eagles first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Here's 2nd and 3.
86. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Wicks. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Brought down back at the 11-yard line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Eagles first down.
Bigsby is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Panthers offense and Chuba Hubbard set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Young here to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Here's Young. That is caught. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he will have a Panther first down, and it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. 104 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And